Everyone's. We in this thing.
We're back.
We back doing our thing. You feel me? We are back with another episode of
Is my point valid?
Yes. Most
Mm-hmm.
of the time it is. But anyway, what you know good for today, baby?
Oh, um, we didn't even introduce ourselves or nothing,
All right, so
sir.
let's back this thing on up.
Who is we?
First off, my name is Brandon D. Stocker,
And I am Camille A. Stocker.
and we are Stocker Family Values.
Stocker Family Values.
And this is My Point Valid, presented by Stocker Family Values.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's get back into it. What is your no good for today, baby?
Oh, my what you know good. So this past Saturday, we attended an event and it was called Level.
What was it called?
It was called Level Up.
Level Up.
Level Up.
Level Up. Level Up.
I don't
Level Up.
remember how the
Level
song
Up.
goes.
Oh.
Okay, but it was the Level Up tour in Houston 2021. So Houston was the first stop. And well, you were in the room.
Absolutely.
How was it?
Being that it was a very intimate setting, and I know we say this a lot, but this is the goal of when we go out and people have events. The goal is to have people comfortable enough to open up.
Yes.
To let people know the kind of things that they're struggling with, so other people can take that and use it as tools.
Yes.
So it was amazing for people to feel comfortable enough to do that. Just give talk about things that they normally wouldn't talk about,
right,
to people that they some in most cases people they didn't even know.
That's true. That was
So that was amazing. And like I say, it's all about having that atmosphere to where people feel comfortable enough to open up. So that was that was a major thing for me on the event that happened on Saturday.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It was very personable. It wasn't like overcrowded. It wasn't too much going on. It was just right, like Three
Just
Little
right.
Bears.
I'm trying to tell you.
It was just right.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of the panel was different. Nobody had the same story.
Everybody specialized in something different.
Yes.
So you got a wide variety of level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
So
it was I learned a lot because it was taking my stuff back. That was a real good analogy.
Yes. Shout out to all of the ladies.
All the ladies.
Mr. Cara,
yes.
Y Renee,
yes.
Miss Angela. Who else we had there?
L.A. Roberts.
L.A. Roberts.
Yes.
And y'all know my sis Mika
who
Donna
else
was in
was
that
there?
thing. And shout out to Sheila for emceeing that thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, she was in that thing too as well,
Yes.
doing what she do. Yeah, like I say, it was a beautiful thing. If you haven't been a part of something like that, I would definitely recommend plugging in with some people.
Yes.
Who are coming together and just giving the tea.
Giving tea, showing their experiences on how they've overcome things and how you can overcome, because you'd be surprised at who's going through what.
Yeah.
And there's help out there, and these ladies are out there ready to help, ready to give you some nuggets, give you some gems, because it was a lot of gems given. Planting seeds.
Yep.
You know, it was all of that. So
all of that.
Yeah, it was a level up tour.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What else is you no good for the day, baby?
All right. So this weekend is an event on Saturday. Somebody we know dearly, Miss Chris Bryant is
Shout out to Chris.
An event this weekend, and it is May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, and it's called Rated X, and this is her third annual mental health awareness event this Saturday. And it's a social mixer with the cause. And with her, she wants to X out the negative stigmas of mental illness. So yes.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I had a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and he was telling me how he was diagnosed with a certain mental illness.
Mhm.
And before this time, he was always wondering why exactly his brain operated the way it did,
Mhm.
and he never knew.
Yeah.
It wasn't until, and mind you, my partner is in his going on 50s.
Yes.
So it's like we need to take mental health, especially in the Black community. We
Yes.
need to take mental health seriously because
Seriously.
it is an actual thing. I know a lot of people say that's just in your head, or
Right. We brush people off
yeah,
quickly or assume, or you'll get over it.
you'll be all right.
You'll be okay.
Uh-huh.
But when is the day when a person won't be okay, and then you'll be looking like, well, I should have listened.
Should
No,
have.
just listen, because people are crying out, but they're not getting the help. And so that stigma of brushing off mental health, we got to get especially in the Black community, we have to get away from that, and we have to seek help.
You go to the doctor when you don't feel good. Go to the doctor when your brain ain't feeling good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
Because it's a norm.
it is real.
It's real, and it is normal.
And stop telling your people they're gonna be all right. Let them actually listen to your people.
Yes.
Because half of the time, most times, they'll tell you exactly what's going on, but we so deep in the paradigms of life
Yeah.
that we just like you say, brush them off and tell them you be just go get you some rest or something.
Ain't rest
All
ain't
this
rest won't
superficial
fit.
doggone,
Rest
all
ain't
of
gonna
these
fix it.
remedies that our grandparents used to tell us back in the day, we just passing those on. And these people really need some actual help, someone that they can actually talk to, someone
Yes.
that they can relate to, someone
Yes.
who's going through these things
Mhm.
and can navigate them to a better path, or living a better life, a more
For
fulfilling life. So
for sure. And it's gonna be a good panel of women as well. So if you want to get tickets, you can go to Eventbrite, right?
Eventbrite.
Yes. And Rated X, a social mixer with the cause. So shout out to Chris. And that is Saturday, May 8th.
And Chris Bryant
Chris
on
Bryant.
Facebook.
Yes.
If
Yes.
if you need to ask her any questions or have anything you want to
Yes.
talk to her
It's
about,
May 8th, 2021. The time is from 1 to 5 at Prime Art Gallery, which is 11,002 Westheimer Road, Houston, Texas, 77042. But you can reach out to her
yeah,
and see about the event.
absolutely.
All right. Whoa, I got a lot of what you know good today.
Ooh, you own it.
Goodness gracious.
What else we got for what you
All
know
right, so
good for today?
we're not gonna stay on that too long. But on Sunday is Mother's Day, May 9th. So we ain't gonna be on. So happy Mother's Day to all the
Yeah,
mothers, right?
do something special for your mama.
What's that song? I'll always love my mama.
Huh?
She's my favorite girl.
She's my favorite girl.
All right, so on Sunday,
Yeah.
and what you know good. So this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. So
That means homeschooling teachers. That means part-time teachers. That is substitute teachers.
all the since
All
this
the teachers.
pandemic, everybody has had to teach their child. You had virtual learning, you had all this
All
type
them
of
kind of
learning.
learning.
So it is Teacher Appreciation Week. So if you know a teacher, say
Appreciate them.
appreciate them, tell them how good they're
Especially
doing.
them real good old school teachers from back in the day who used to give you all kind of candy and stuff like that. Reach out to your old school teachers, man. Tell them how much you appreciate what they did for you back in them
Want to give a
days.
gift or something? Go ahead. Cause what you getting your children's teacher?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, you got
Oh,
all week,
Lord,
sir.
Lord.
Sir. Hilarious. All right, so that's all I got for what you know good. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, let's get into this topic. What the topic for today gonna be?
All right, the topic is how comfortable are you?
Talk about it.
Meaning, I was thinking the other day about how sometimes in life we're just comfortable and we're not ready to move on, like to the next
Level up,
level
level up.
of where we need to be. And I was just thinking about myself, like, dang, I've been real comfortable
Hmm.
in some spaces in my life, and I didn't realize that it was like, oh, ma'am, come on, move.
Get
And
it together.
so I want to start with ourselves. And I know when I say like how comfortable it can be, are you comfortable with your looks? Are you comfortable with your brain, how your brain is working, how it's functioning? Are you comfortable just period with you? Because I feel like we have to be comfortable with ourselves in order to be comfortable in any other situation with anybody else. Am I making sense on what I'm saying?
What do we mean by comfortable?
That's what I'm like just are you
Because
comfortable?
I know that the one major saying is nothing good comes or no growth doesn't come out your comfort zone. So when we're referring to comfort, are we saying comfortable as something that like in life, like so in the life that I'm living right now, I'm comfortable enough to just stay here.
Yeah, but and then that's what I'm saying within, are you like just comfortable with yourself, or do you feel like you need to continue to do
More,
more or
I
better?
know for me, I always feel like I could be doing more.
Right.
I don't know if that's something that's just in me or that's something that other people feel, but I know for I, I I always feel like I'm not doing enough.
Mm,
So I would say for me, no, I'm not comfortable.
you're not comfortable.
Not at all.
You want to keep
I
moving
want to
to
keep moving.
be.
I want to stay outside of that comfort zone because I know what it's like. I know what comes with that.
Mm. For me, with myself, I've um I've never been comfortable. Like I want to always wanted to move forward. I just
Bro,
never,
yeah.
yeah, I just never knew how. And then I would say I was, well, I'm not there yet, so I'll get there. But within, I wasn't comfortable. Like I just knew like I need to do more. I need to do more. I need like we're both saying we need to do more,
Yeah.
but it was just like how can I do more?
What do I need to do in order for it to be more?
And then when you have two people who are married and you're trying to find this comfortability and you like and at one point you do find that you're comfortable, right? And then your spouse is saying, oh, I'm about to shake it all up,
We
and
shaking
and,
it up.
and then it's like, oh, this is uncomfortable for me, this is
I'm not
unfamiliar
used to
with
this.
me. And
Yeah.
then I think we start not we I started
Yeah.
struggling within myself,
Hmm.
thinking like, oh no. And it's a mental thing as well. If you struggle
Absolutely.
this whole
And that's what Lakeithia just said. Shout out to Lakeithia, my sister.
hey, Miss
Yeah,
Walker.
she said there's no definitive definition, excuse me, of comfortable. It's a contingent or individual mentality, and what that word is?
Schema. I
Schema.
think I said
Oh,
scheme.
goody, come on with it.
Scheme. But
Schema.
that's what I was just saying, right? Like mentally, it was like it was messing with me, like and within, and then I just started thinking, like, I'm not comfortable with myself. I'm not enough because in my brain, mentally, I'm thinking my husband is doing this. And then
Mm-hmm.
when we talked about it, it was like, girl, sit down, because that ain't what
That
that
ain't.
ain't what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's all based on our brains, and
How we perceive
that's what I
things.
how we perceive
I
things.
mean, it's how you respond, how
Yes.
you react,
Yes.
all of these things. Um, Question:
Uh-huh.
Do you think a relationship is smoother if both people are comfortable or uncomfortable?
Okay. So since the pandemic,
We've been uncomfortable.
we've been super duper uncomfortable. And I feel like when everything was quote unquote normal, when
Mm-hmm.
you were going to work, girls were
Mm-hmm.
going to school, I was here. That was the cycle of
We were
comfortable. I
comfortable.
was comfortable. I knew what to expect. I
Yeah.
knew that this was going to happen on
Mm-hmm.
this day, and I knew what time you were going to come home.
Monday through Friday, we
Monday
knew
through
what it
Friday, I
was.
knew exactly what it
Uh-huh.
was. I knew that if something wasn't right, I was going to fuss, right? Like, just why isn't this the way that it's supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
The pandemic has taught me uncomfortable it's uncomfortability, right? Of the unknown, of I don't know. And it's like we've had to work together because of business things. We've had to work together because financials had changed.
Absolutely.
We had to work together be and just like talk, and we have to work together. We're still working on the whole thing of this, and this is, I like this uncomfortable because it's allowing me to really put all of my
Figure out
faith,
who you are.
figure out who I am, and
Mm-hmm.
then put all of my faith into God. Like, when I say the normal before this, in 2019, I'll just say 2019, it was more trust in you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like I was the sole breadwinner.
right. It
Yeah.
was more trust in you of, okay, this, and it was based on this, our arrangement of this is what's going to happen. And so because of that, I keep going back to that because that's what I was comfortable with. I wasn't ready to go out of what I knew until I was forced to go out of what I knew. And it has been the most uncomfortable for me, and it keeps getting uncomfortable, and it keeps getting uncomfortable.
I know I know for especially for us. Um and I mean I can say this generally. Uncomfortable will either bring you together
Yeah. Or break you,
or
or
break you
break you
up.
apart.
I was watching the day the NBA stood still, and
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul was on there. He was saying, if I didn't like my family, I would have found out during this pandemic.
Yeah.
If you do not like your significant other, if it's something about, I mean, because you're around each other all day,
Right.
so you're gonna pick up something that you don't
And
like.
I picked up a lot of things that I didn't like. But you know what? Before I had,
You got to keep it moving.
but no, it was not about keep it moving. Before, now I'm learning because I pick. I'm a picker. I'm gonna go at you. If
Nitpick.
I'm a nitpick, I'm gonna go at you. And you stupid. I'm a just to be honest, I'm gonna go at you. If I don't like something, if something's like, why are you doing this? Why do you feel like this, y'all? But
Lord.
wait, what was I saying? Where was I going? So I was so caught up in being, I was so caught up in you being wrong that it was like, hold up. One day it was like, check yourself. And then it was like I'm watching interviews, and I'm like watching couples. And it was like I had to check myself before I checked him. And it was like, and then I started checking myself, and I was like, girl, it's you. Cause
It ain't all me.
right, like some of it, like some of
Yeah.
it. And so I had to check myself. And so then it was like, okay, so once I started checking myself, we started processing things different, and getting, not saying that we never did not get along or nothing like that. We got along fine.
Yeah.
But this was a test. I think a lot of people were
It was a
tested.
test. A
Tested.
lot of people didn't
A lot of
pass.
people did not pass, but it came down to, and that was uncomfortable. See, we're saying how comfortable are you, but I was super duper
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. And in that space, I knew, in that space, I grew to be, I think, a better partner, spouse to you. I might be wrong. I don't know. You tell me
I think
if I'm
so.
doing better. And then because I would say to you, this is, this is hard for me, and I'd be saying like, this is difficult for me, and in
Mm-hmm.
that difficulty though, I'm still talking through it, and I admire you for listening to me in my vulnerable state, in my uncomfortable state, and saying, hey, it is what it is, I got you. And not just in a marriage, but in friendships and
Friend,
everything
yeah, yeah,
too.
absolutely. All
All
ships.
ships. These conversations should be had. We shouldn't like shrug off somebody. Like, I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you my vices. And you might look at me and be like, Camille has a vice? Absolutely. Like,
We all do. Some are just better
it's,
at covering it up.
yeah. But I know what's happening in my home. And I knew that
Absolutely.
for me, I wanted to be comfortable everywhere, just not when we went out in front of people and been
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, I love Brandon," or that's it, Brandon, that's my baby. None of that. I need to be comfortable in
I be
my.
lying. I'm just I don't be lying. Say I be telling the truth.
No, you do. But I
Yeah.
wanted to be. I wanted it to be comfortable all around, and so in order for me to do that, I had to adjust myself. I'm still adjusting myself.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
process.
It's at man, I'm trying to tell you, life is a
Look, my
process.
mama-in-law on me.
Oh, hello, mama. Oh, self-reflection equals growth.
It
Yes,
does. It does.
absolutely.
It does.
We have to be aware of self, and that is what I was reading in my Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. He was saying that that's what separates humans from every other mammals or
Every other mammal,
yeah, yeah,
animal.
yeah. We actually have knowledge of self.
Yes.
No other animal has no nothing else has that.
Hmm.
So yeah,
And we can verbalize it. Think about,
exactly.
we can verbalize that we're uncomfortable or we're comfortable, but we're not being taught that it's okay
To
to
talk,
talk.
communicate.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is.
It goes back to brushing stuff off.
Yes, and I'm not, and it's crazy because I grew up always giving, I'm sensitive, right? This is how I feel, and I feel like this. But then it came to a point where people weren't taking in what my sensitivity or
Yeah,
my vulnerability, and it was just like, all
they
right,
weren't respecting your
right. And it was like,
boundaries.
all right, I'm shutting this down. And so then you built this wall. And then I didn't know that that became comfortable to me. And so I'm saying that because it comes back to our marriage. It's like, oh, I love you with all my heart, but I'm not going to let you do this and this because,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
that was comfortable for me to just shut you out. And so once again, the pandemic, it had to be like,
You had to break. You had to knock that wall
well,
down.
it ain't all the way knocked down, but it's
And
coming. It's
going
coming.
back to this Saturday, one of the things that they were saying, um, lost my train of thought.
Of
I'm
one,
just like you.
I caught it back, but I don't know where you
Ah,
were going.
what were we saying? I forget. But
I
anyway,
forgot. Lord, we
um,
forgetting today.
I'm trying to tell you, the Lord
We
charged
gonna.
it to my heart. I mean, my brain, not my heart. Hey, Kim, God, dog, Kim, I ain't seen you in a minute. Oh, we still love you though. Hey, but now, they were. Oh, all right. This Saturday, one of the things that they were saying was we tend to build these walls, but
Yes.
what we need to do is build bridges.
Oh yeah, that's what it
You remember that?
was. I remember because,
Yeah,
like, in a castle, they have the bridge. What's the thing? I can't think of the thing that come
the
down. The
drawbridge.
drawbridge.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it
Instead of lifting your drawbridge up and not letting anybody in, you need to let it down and build some bridges with people who are qualified
for
to
sure.
be in your circle.
And I'm understanding that now. I'm getting it. Like I said, not all the way there yet. I'm gonna start building them bridges and
Yeah.
everything. But I'm getting there, and I was just like, dang, I was comfortable. I want to get to come into another thing that I was comfortable with before we get into careers.
Because we just fell right into
It
relationships.
was good. That was a good
Yeah, yeah,
transition. I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
you, man.
Segue. Yeah.
But something that I realized while I was having a conversation with God, and He had put this on my heart, like, girl, say this on the show.
Say it.
I said, oh, really? But for a long time, I had been wanting to change, right? And so we finally got the change, but I was still searching for more.
Yep.
And then last night it just clicked. You were comfortable. I was comfortable with where I was at. And this new thing it's uncomfortable to me. And so I'm keep trying to find other things.
You're trying to find that comfort again.
Yeah. But
you're
it's
on
all
a comfort search.
but it's all new. So it was just interesting. It's like, ooh, little things that make you little things that you've lived with for years and you just comfortable. And then when you replace that new, it's like, okay, well, this isn't familiar.
Yeah.
And I'm a like just uh, be a booty.
Basically.
This isn't like this and this isn't like that. And so, I'm doing better.
We got to do better. And like we say, it's a process. It take small steps every day is what it takes.
Yeah.
Everybody wants these big results.
That's what I wanted for everything. For me, I know nobody's perfect, but I am a perfectionist. Oh Lord, I ain't never said that to nobody but you, I think.
We coming out today.
Me, I am a perfectionist. I know how I want things. I want things done in a certain manner. I want things Camille's way. And when you start really having conversations with God, when you start really getting back into the word and also reading self-help books and getting into it, but the power of positive thinking, and I'm reading a little book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm getting that, but it's just like, okay, I'm expanding, and so that means you're not comfortable anymore.
Yeah.
And you're not perfect, and people need to see that you are imperfect.
You are human.
I'm human. And so I had to get there, and I'm getting there. Like, this is all new. So that's why I'm like, that's why my question was like, how comfortable are you? Because I've been comfortable, and it's so much changing. And then it's like, well, I'm uncomfortable. But then
what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
No, I wasn't ready.
And then you have someone like you who is moving. And it's like, okay, he's moving. I can't stop. I can be scared, but I can't be too comfortable because I'll be sitting on the couch too comfortable.
I'm trying to tell you, not doing nothing,
not doing anything.
Trying to be trying to put things together and make it perfect will have you not doing nothing at all, because it's never going to be perfect.
It's never going to be perfect. And so I had to come up with just a routine and everything on how to get things done, and just continue to be uncomfortable. I have to continue to be uncomfortable.
Yes, goodness.
All right.
So, transitioning.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are we uncomfortable, or are we just simply moving at our own pace?
I'm uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Because if I would have started what I wanted to do a long time ago.
If you would have started when you got the vision.
Yes.
So it's not about moving at your own pace, because like we say, if you're a perfectionist, then you're trying to put everything together and make it just right.
It's gonna work.
And if it never looks just right in your eyes, or however that may seem to you, then we won't be moving at all.
And I kept on my plan. This is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna go. And then now I'm like, no, if you're gonna do it, do it.
Do it.
God's
absolutely.
Timing. I mean, it's God's timing, but it was still. I think I wasn't.
She didn't most of the time we don't have the tools that we need to move how we need to move. So I would say it's God's timing because you were doing things before.
I was doing things before, but it was still on me. Like, does that make sense? It was still, I didn't have anybody
To push.
no, but I no.
You didn't have nobody to what?
Wait, I didn't have anybody
I'm
to
asking.
push.
Question.
I mean, what you mean before? Hold on, let's go back.
I mean, before you. I mean, you. Before we got together, you were doing things.
Yeah, because I had somebody, pushing me, or because I was involved in something.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're not involved in
Mm-hmm.
something and you get into it, wasn't a career, but you got into a job, and then it's like, oh,
Life
I li-
happens.
I don't even like that term anymore. Like, life happens. Like, we determine what life is, but we be in our brain, like the comfortability, right? Of, I worked at Toys R Us and I thought, okay, I'm gonna continue to go to school, and this is what's gonna happen. And then once I finish school, then I'm gonna go work at a school and be a teacher, and I'm gonna help the kids, and I'm gonna do that. And guess what? Because of you making me uncomfortable, because of my husband, or not even you, because of our situation
Yeah.
making me uncomfortable, bringing me out of whatever I was, because I wasn't in a space of this. It's always been on my brain
Mm-hmm.
to teach, but little did I know that the way that I wanted it to be is
It's
not
not the way it
what it
was.
is.
Yeah.
Is not the vision. But I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell you the vision because y'all gonna see it soon. But it wasn't the vision that I initially had, or what I kept telling myself. And it was like, nope. And God was like, nope, because
That ain't what it
he
is.
keep putting it there.
Mm-hmm.
I keep moving some, like, let me get this right. And he keeps putting that
Redirecting.
same thought,
Yeah.
that idea,
Mm-hmm.
all last this week. Was the beginning of the week, is Monday.
It's Monday.
But I think it was like Sunday. He's been talking to me.
Pushing.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
And I'm
goodness.
like, God, right now?
I'm
You want to talk
tired.
right now?
I'm tired,
We
God.
talking again?
Mm-hmm.
And he be like, get up and go write this
I just
down.
know when he talk, you better listen.
I'm absolutely listening.
You better get your behind up.
Because I'm not as scared anymore. And that's crazy, because it's like relief. And so I went from the Toys R Us to, okay, I'm gonna be a teacher. But other things happened, other things that needed to happen in order for us to have stock of family values, right? In order for us to have, is my point valid? In order for us to have, what's coming next?
What's coming next? What time of the day were you born?
I was born at, dang it, I know too, and I don't remember.
That's a question from Miss Lisa Renee.
Uh, Dang it, it's somewhere. Was I born? I wasn't born in the morning. I think I was born like that. No, I was born at nighttime, in the night.
So that's when God's gonna come to you.
Oh, or
I put that together myself.
I wouldn't even pay no attention. Hold on, y'all.
I put that together myself. Is that where you was going, Miss Lisa Renee?
I'm about to ask my mama. But yeah, that's where I was. And so, how comfortable were you in your career?
Plumbing.
I
mean, I'm still comfortable I'm still comfortable with plumbing.
I know.
I mean, it just comes natural to me. I already know it. Say. I got man. Say. I don't like telling people this, but I have like I wouldn't call it a sixth sense for stuff.
Hey, you want to talk about it? How uncomfortable that is? You got something and I got something. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like I see things,
You see things.
I hear
You
things,
hear things.
I feel
You
things.
feel things. Do I?
Yes.
That's what I got excited about. That's all.
And I don't usually tell people this,
I've
but
always told Brandon. I don't tell nobody else.
I think I have a calling. Who has great discernment? Oh, I know I got great discernment because I cut you off quick.
That's not about
That
me.
is it is. It is. I have great discernment. I hate to scare people away. Say, Kim, I don't even mind scaring people away. That means you wasn't for me anyway. Cause I mean, if you don't like the branding that comes off when you meet him, hey, that's on you. I can't worry about how people feel about me.
Right.
So I just put myself out there. That's the word I
That's the
didn't
word.
want to
Yeah,
use.
I knew
I
you
was
did. You was
trying to
trying to.
find a different word, mother, Miss Lisa Renee. I do not like putting that word on myself. But we're gonna a calling is what it is, what we're gonna call it. I have uh an insight.
Yes.
We're gonna call it insight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking about what I see. Oh, okay. I feel you, Kim. Yeah. Cause if I went around telling people what I feel all the time,
Yeah, I don't tell you all the time,
Lord have
but I
mercy.
be telling you.
People be hot.
I be telling you things like before stuff, and I'd be like, just watch, just hear me out.
Prime example this weekend. I'm gonna tell you, she told me something, and I really didn't even I didn't pay it. I mean, I listened, I heard it, but I was like, okay, let's just see how this happens. It came to pass. It sure came to pass. Just as sure as doo-doo stinks, it came to pass. Yes.
I said, oh,
Is that
oh,
right?
oh.
I was ready.
I was, and it's still,
Message.
it's still like, whoa. So
How you get things.
how you get
Yeah.
things.
And I think, like I say, I believe I've had this all my life. It's just I didn't know what it was.
Do you think that because we were in a comfortable space, he sounds that we were in a comfortable space that we were missing things,
I do believe
and that now that our eyes are
now that we've been knocked down.
okay, I'll take that. That we see things in a
Clearly.
different light
I can see clearly now. The
because we
rain
have
is
to,
gone.
because we do be covering ourselves. We do
Mm-hmm.
be, just a whole lot of
Doobie.
we do be.
We do be.
But yeah, that's interesting. And when you're in an uncomfortable space, and because I'm just using that word, y'all, it doesn't have to be like uncomfortable, but when you're in a new realm
Yeah.
of your life,
Yeah.
and then like your mama said, that's why I'm your help, your helpmeet, your helpmate. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like we've always said it. We're supposed to be together. This was God put us together for a reason. And it's just like the more that we grow and the more uncomfortable we become, the more in sync things are. And it's interesting.
It's very interesting.
Interesting. So
Interesting.
comfortability in your career, in your job.
Um, well, in the plumbing game,
Mm-hmm.
uh it's a beautiful industry. So the money comes frequently. And
Mm-hmm.
in plumbing, money, if you are a skilled plumber, money is something that you won't have to worry about.
Right.
So I definitely was comfortable. And being that I was a plumber, I also had knowledge being that I was in construction, I
Mm-hmm.
also had knowledge in other fields. So that made me even more of a commodity because I knew how to do other trades.
Right.
So, I mean, plumbing has always been my comfort zone. When all this fails, when I don't know how I'm gonna make some money, I can always do it plumbing. So I would say yes, I was comfortable in plumbing, but when I lost that, it was almost like an identity crisis. Cause it's like, all right, I don't have plumbing. I've been doing plumbing for the last 10 years. What am I? Who am I?
Yeah.
What do I do now?
What do I do? Yeah.
So I think that was God's way of sitting me down and letting me know that I had other skills besides just plumbing. And I wouldn't even call it skills. I would call it because a skill is something that you learn.
Yes.
What God gives you is not a skill. It's a what is it? What's the word? What's the word for that? A gift?
A gift, because I guess I do have the gift of teaching.
Yeah. Like I have I'm realizing that
You have the gift of teaching as well.
I have quite a few gifts.
Yeah, I have a lot of gifts, but my main gift
Yeah.
is teaching. You have a gift educating.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have a gift of teaching. I think that when you said you have a calling, that is your gift.
Teaching is the the umbrella, but more specifically,
Your gift could be a motivational speaker. Your gift
an
could be
inspirer,
an inspirer.
a
You give
motivator,
people hope.
all of that.
And at first, it was uncomfortable for you.
Absolutely, because I didn't like talking to people. I thought I didn't.
You thought you did not,
But
but
that
we
was
knew.
what was keeping me out of my
Right.
realm.
And I was just like, how is somebody, for me, it was like, how is somebody who's saying, I don't like talking to people, but we could go in the store and he'll crack a joke and just make somebody smile, not knowing, whether you changed their day or not, and just have a conversation. And you go in a room and have a conversation. I'd be standing there like, okay.
I don't know these people.
And no, not like
No,
that.
I'm just playing.
But you have the gift to walk into a room and start a conversation. Not saying I don't. No, I don't have that gift. I can walk into a room and have a conversation, but it's not as natural as it comes to you.
I think people are drawn to me.
Yes.
That's what I think, because a lot of the times I'm not even the one that's initiating the conversation. It's just like people come up to me and ask things.
Yes.
So I think it's God gave me, and I hear all the time, well, you look familiar. That's why I started telling people, I got a familiar face.
No, they probably seen you before.
They might have. They might have, because I be all over the age.
I'd be like,
but
saying you got a familiar face.
I do have a familiar face, though.
Sir.
People tell all these. I ain't seen all these people before.
All these people.
I ain't no.
You seen them all.
Like the cat that was at the store yesterday, I'd never seen him before.
You've seen him before. He's seen you.
No, he's seen somebody that looks like me before.
Yeah, your mama said you are very approachable. You are very approachable. I be thinking I'm approachable, but you be like your face, and I'm like,
yeah, you got your mama's face. Lord have mercy, your mama death stare somebody to sleep.
She is the nicest woman in the whole wide world.
But don't get that death stare.
But it's not that I'm like, oh wait, okay, maybe I need to
liven up.
But then once people start talking to me and they understand me, then it's like, okay, she good people. Y'all, I'm not.
She's not. She's not.
But yeah, I think your gift is that, and you motivate people, you talk to people, you make people feel comfortable. Like I said, that ain't, and you make everybody feel like comfortable.
If I like you.
You make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You make people feel comfortable. So I'm not in a career.
You are a career stay-at-home mother. Yes.
No, but I've been
Shout out
learning.
to all my stay-at-home moms
Yeah,
that
I'm
don't
not.
like
Oh,
being called stay-at-home moms, but that is the biggest and hardest job there is. And I just want you to know we appreciate you.
you are appreciated. No, it's
Yes.
not bad. Yeah, it's the career, but then you start looking at things like, oh, like what's coming up and everything. You know what I got brewing in my brain, and it took me to see like being a homeschool mom and a stay at home mom, and seeing, oh, these stay at home moms, they got what they got. I was like, okay, so I
Mm-hmm.
can't. I always felt defeated, uncomfortable in that, thinking I have to just, well, I knew I didn't just have to be, but I know what I want. And it was like I knew what I wasn't going to do in order
Get that.
to get that. And so
Yeah.
now I'm seeing that there are other ways to do it. So I know there's a lot of people who are uncomfortable in their jobs. I know there are a lot of people who are comfortable with their jobs. But I'm thinking, or I want to ask the question to people who are uncomfortable in their jobs. When do you take that leap of
Hmm.
saying, I don't want to do this anymore?
I'm not going to do
I'm
this
not going to do
anymore.
this anymore, because you're uncomfortable there. And of course, if you move into what you want to do, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
But
And
would you rather the uncomfortability of being underneath somebody?
yeah.
You know, I'm
And
speaking.
one thing I do want to say is being a business owner, entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
No, it's not. No, that's not what,
No,
but
I just wanted to put that out there. It's not for everybody. Some people are made are all right, so let me put this. It's in everybody, but
yeah, we
it's
said
not
that
in
before.
everybody.
Yeah, we said that
Yeah.
before. Mm-hmm.
So it's going back to previous episodes. What do you want for yourself?
Yeah, it's just, but I'm just saying, if it's uncomfortable for you, what are you willing to do in order to change?
Yeah,
Like, I know a lot of teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and I love teachers to death because I understand what they're doing for
it's
children,
hard out
but
here
it's
for
it's
them
super
today.
duper hard.
Yeah,
But then I like wonder, like, have y'all thought about, maybe not working for the school, maybe working for yourself? Like, those are the thoughts that be going through my
yeah.
brain. Do you think that you could create a better program than what the school is doing?
Because we often think we have to go the traditional route.
Yeah, and I'm learning you
You
don't.
definitely
And
don't.
it's been uncomfortable for me to do that, to not go the regular route. And
Mm-hmm.
I find myself going back to that comfortability of like, oh, this is how we're going to do things. But wait, no, you make your own rules. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And so that's the type of life that I want to keep going. And it's like, just have those uncomfortable moments. All right. So, ending here with our last question,
Are you where you want to be?
or settling. Now, settling.
Hmm.
What does that mean? Because I see a lot of people's like, I was watching something like, you settle every day, and I'm like, do you? You might. I don't know.
I
But
mean,
what
that
is
could go either
settling?
way.
Yes.
I mean, we all settle in some kind of way
Right.
on the daily basis.
Yes.
Like today, I settled on driving your truck instead of driving my car. I mean, it's
You've been settling since February.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. But yeah. It is settling is it's a
Is it good or is it bad? Is it comfortable? Is it
I guess it
uncomfortable?
would be the situation that
Right.
determines if it's good or it's bad.
Right.
Because if all right,
Because
so in a
my
relation,
settling might not be your settling. You
exactly,
might be fine and settled, and I'll be like, I want more.
yeah,
But this is enough. But no, it's not enough for me. And
hmm
so then, if you're in a relationship, how do you fix that?
wow,
Wow.
conversation,
Mm,
communication.
mm.
I think something. I did all right. Before you get into a relationship with someone, you need to know what they're willing to settle for. You need to know, how do I say this?
Oh
You need
no.
to know the type of person you're dealing with, because you don't want to get into a relationship later on and then find out that this person is not on the same note you on.
That's not fair because I wasn't on the same note as you. So how did you know that I was gonna come along? Then there's been times when you haven't been on the same as me. So how did I know that you was gonna come along?
Prayer.
God.
God said she gonna get it together. And then I talk to other people about it as well. And then I know I know for me it's like people
Who
are,
you talk
and then I
to?
had
Come on
people
now.
always
Wait
I converse with people about different
a
things.
minute.
And the thing that I get in the types of things that I get back are people get things in their own time. So
You talking to people about me?
I had to realize that my timing ain't your timing.
Absolutely.
So I just need to keep doing what I'm doing, and in hopes of you seeing it as a good thing and want to
What if I
come
didn't see it
along.
as a good thing?
Well, we was gonna have to deal with that when it came.
You was gonna have to stop what you was doing.
And that's a negative.
Absolutely.
That is
You're gonna
gonna
have to
that
stop and come
that's
be
gonna
with
be
me.
a negative. I'm gonna have to put that in a little negative.
No, you have to come and stop and be with me. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
So
you don't want to
um
level up?
so are you where you want to be?
I am definitely not where I want to be, but it is a constant process and I'm working on it.
Now, with that, you saying you're not where you want to be, I'm not where I want to be. But what
Mhm.
if now back to that. What if I get to where I want to be and I'm on
I'm not where I
yes.
want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where you want to be, you can stay there. I'm going where I'm going. I got to go there. It's
Mm.
my calling.
Mm.
And it's selfish of someone, another person, for you to try to hold me back from
I
where I
didn't say I was
know.
holding
No,
you back. I
listen.
said I'm where
No,
I
I'm
want to
just saying.
be.
I'm just saying.
I'm where I want to be.
If it, I mean,
If what I'm doing is fulfilling to me,
then that ain't got nothing to do with where I'm going.
so am I supposed to continue to help you get to where you going?
Yeah, just like I'm gonna help you stay where you at.
Maybe
Just
I'm not
like
gonna
that.
stay. Maybe well, I know I'm not the type of person who's gonna stay where
That's what I'm
they at.
saying.
I have to move because even even though things are always a lot uncomfortable, especially this year, and I know they're gonna get even more uncomfortable. The type of person that I am, the competitiveness, not saying me and Brandon are competitive or anything like that, but it is I don't want him running and I'm walking,
That's
right?
real.
I don't want to be all the way in the back and he is all the way in the front. And of course I don't want to be his equal. I don't ever want I mean we are equal, and that and all that, but we have different things that we want to do.
Hmm.
And I've just learned in this year that because of his move, it made me move and it made me uncomfortable and it's making me think of things in a different light, think of things in a different way, um teaching my children in a different way than I ever thought. I've always been, the traditional whatever, and now I'm seeing what is this traditional? We're not traditional, like we are traditional, but I'm saying in how we're learning and how we're moving. And I'm looking at my children and it's like they're not uncomfortable. Why are you? And it's like whatever mommy and daddy doing,
We doing it
they
too.
want to do it.
Straight up.
And it's like, okay. And so you look at your children and they take some of that and in a way, and
What do you want your kids to
what do
learn
you
from
want?
you?
Yes, and I want my children to know that it's okay to be uncomfortable. I want my children to know that whatever you want to do, I'm putting it in place for you right now at 6 and 7. If this is what you want to do, let's try it out.
And let's do it.
And if you fail at it and you want to go to something else, okay, mommy, that was uncomfortable.
That's
All
why
right,
that's why they're children. They got time to figure it out.
yeah,
But
and
we
it's
have to put them in the right arena so they can figure it out.
yeah. So we got just teach everybody. Of course, it's going to be uncomfortable. and it doesn't have to be uncomfortable in the traditional way. I, comfortability makes you grow.
Absolutely.
Right.
It sure does. So,
Yeah.
how comfortable are you? Are
Let
you
us
settling?
know.
Are you uncomfortable? Are you, I mean, let us know. We want to know what the people think, how you feel,
Was my
your
point
perspective.
valid? Did I make valid points?
I believe so.
Are you sitting on something? Because I sat on it a long time. I've
Yes.
had a lot of things written down, and I sat on it a very, very, very long time. And now I'm looking, Brandon is my witness, and I'm moving in ways that I never thought I was gonna move. This weekend we were talking about affirmations and I ams, and I remember putting myself in uncomfortable situation, like within my brain, and telling myself, "You're shy. You don't know how to talk to people." Just
Hmm.
when I walk in a room, I don't want to be seen.
Carrying baggage that ain't even
And it's
yours.
just like my words and my tongue have power. So I was putting myself, making
Absolutely.
myself uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm learning. I'm not shy. I'm gonna walk in a room, somebody, I'm not shy. I'm not. You have to speak those things and
Yeah.
make yourself comfortable.
Build yourself up.
Because there's been a lot of times now where I've been in a room before getting there, thinking to myself, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
But why do you feel that way?
Mm-hmm. It's all in your
It's
head
all
most
in
of
your
the time.
brain. So we have to speak comfortability and be uncomfortable with speaking that
I know that's
positive
right, Mom.
into us.
I'm taking my power back.
Oh, that was a good one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. So we have to get out of our own brains and make our brains comfortable and adjust and adjust to the positive, not the negative, because the
Mm-hmm.
negative will seriously outweigh all the positive that you got going.
And one thing I know, you cannot change the climate of the world. Only thing you can do is focus on your weather. So it's just all self. Like once again, like my boy Michael Jackson say, it starts with the man in the mirror.
For sure.
So let's get it. It's all on you. What you want for yourself. And if you need some people who are going to help encourage, motivate, hey, it's people out here for that. There's a lot of people out here willing to help you take yourself to the next level, but you have to show these people that you are serious.
Yes.
Because nobody wants to waste their time on grown people.
Yeah.
So get your life together, figure out what you're trying to do, plug in with the people who can get you there. And that's just what it is. Success leaves breadcrumbs. You need to be picking these breadcrumbs up.
I'm trying to get them, I tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I
But
just like y'all. It's never too late.
never.
I've been picking up, and just recently. Like I've been picking them up little by little, but just recently, I just like okay, I
I'm trying
get
to
it.
tell you.
Open the books. Open these books up.
These books is
Yeah,
where it's at.
open the books. It's uncomfortable to read.
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
am the most. I used to just read, and then I don't know what had happened.
Yes, goodness. We need to, and that's where I was. But once I figured out, and this was in the 7 habits of highly effective people. Once I figured out that
Uh-huh.
I need, I lost my train of thought.
Once you figured out that you needed to read, but reading helps you. Reading is uncomfortable. For me, it's never been uncomfortable until this space of where I needed to um like try and find what I wanted to do and just be inspiration. You telling your girls, oh, you need to read. I know it's uncomfortable, but you need to read. You don't like to read? No. Be the example, right? And get words and learn, because that's another thing. You're not never gonna stop learning.
Yes, goodness.
All right.
Life is all about learning. But
Y'all stop being too comfortable. Get
I'm
a
trying
little
to
bit
get a little,
uncomfortable.
a little bit,
A little bit
just a little
uncomfortable.
bit. I'm telling you, you're gonna like where it takes you.
Oh man.
Man, it's gonna be scary, but you're
It
gonna like where it
does.
takes you.
Reading injects power to be what you want to be.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It'll broaden your mind outside of what you see
And
on
I
a regular
forgot
basis.
how doggone good it felt. Let me tell you, to sit and read. I was so busy doing everything else.
The most powerful information is in books.
In a book.
It's not online, because even they say Google is your best friend, but even with Google, you have to ask the right question.
Take a look. It's
in a book.
It's
All that information is already there. So we need let's just level up, and get it together.
Okay.
But she over here singing Reading Rainbow. She got it on the mind. She tried to get it off her chest. And my mama feel you. That's what's up. But man, we have come to the end of another episode of Is My Point Valid?
Yes.
This was a good conversation.
I think so.
I think we made some valid points. If y'all think we made some valid points, come on in the comments. Come on and let us know if we made some valid points. Yes. It'll make us feel a little better.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But now, we appreciate everyone who continues to tune in, continues to plug in with us, and all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm. From the Stocker family, we definitely appreciate everyone who is supporting what we have going on. We have a lot more coming up. Y'all stay tuned. Next Monday, we will have another hot topic for y'all.
Absolutely.
And we're going to come with these valid points, because that's what we do. We do that. But anyway,
we do that.
We're going to holler at everyone. Y'all continue to stay blessed and have a blessed week. See y'all later.
Bye.
All righty then.